we have definitely come a long way as Chelsea. I mean, from the contenders of the Champions League, from winning the Champions League, becoming the champions of the world. I mean, we as Chelsea have had a very long history of winning and competing at the highest level. But according to Enzo Maresca, his recent comments have been making a lot of Chelsea fans angry, and I will not blame them. I mean, we came from a loss in terms of Brighton. They kicked us out of the FA Cup 4th round. And I mentioned in my preview that I was hoping at least we are able to get a result in the next game that we'll be facing Brighton in the Premier League. But this was not the case. Instead, Brighton gave Chelsea a 3-0 thrashing, and it was just one for the books. I mean, in terms of Chelsea, we are better than this. We can do better than this. We have done better than this in the past. But according to Enzo Maresca, he's already ahead of schedule, and he is doing well according to the owners. He has 2 years to implement his works, to implement his ways to Chelsea. But it is safe to say that ever since he made the comments about him not being under too much pressure from the owners, we have just been doing very poorly in terms of our results. I mean, 2 wins in 10 possible games. That is just to say the least of it. And we as Chelsea definitely can do better. I mean, how are we not collecting a result from Brighton? Now, we were not able to collect a result, and this costed us in terms of the Premier League table. We have gone down 2 slots, so we're currently 6th. With our same 43 points. So in terms of Chelsea, we definitely can do better. If Enzo Maresca does not feel the pressure to have Chelsea playing at the highest level, then he should just come outright and say it. Don't get me wrong, we have had our fair share of wins. I mean, but in terms of the Conference League, as Obi would put it, we are not supposed to be in this level. We're not supposed to be watching the Conference League. We should be watching, like tonight, Real Madrid will be facing Manchester City, and those are the games that we're supposed to be participating in, not Conference League. And yes, we are not even able to contend for the local domestic cups, whereby we have been kicked out of the FA Cup, and we have been also kicked out of the Carabao Cup. So it says a lot about where we are as a team, and we definitely need to do better. We definitely need to move forward. And as we're moving forward, let us focus on wins, and not only wins within a double season, within the next 2 seasons. No, we should focus on wins within the next games, so that we are able to compete, to contend at the top level where we belong. This is not where we belong, and you have to agree with me. If you do and you're new to the channel, please make sure you like the video, share it with your family and friends. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Now, in terms of Chelsea, I'll be doing my weekly roundup of football in general. Now, I was not able to do my review, so this should cover the review part and what happened in terms of the game against Brighton. It was just a horrible game. We were thrashed with a 3-0 loss against Brighton, and I have to say we can do better. Not only do we lose to Brighton once, but twice in 2 different competitions. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not a happy girl. I know you as Chelsea fans are not happy too, and I will not blame you. Just look at this. This is the champions of Europe not too long ago. I mean, I think it's 4 years now. But yeah, we have been champions, and we can go back to that place in the first place. I mean, playing in the top 4 should not be something that we are using probability to get to. We should be instead making sure that it's a definite yes for us to participate in the Champions League without fail every season, and of course then contend for titles. But we're just not at par. We have lowered the bar, and we have to do better as Chelsea. In terms of this loss for Chelsea, what does it mean? Now, we dropped points. Now, of course, we did not get any points from this game. A 3-0 loss against Brighton. We were able to not only go lower in terms of the Premier League table, and Brighton had gone higher up, but they have gone back to 10th position. So we are currently 6th. Bournemouth are ahead of us, I think, with the goal difference. So in terms of Chelsea, that is where we stand currently in terms of the Premier League table. Now, according to Enzo Maresca's remarks, this is what is currently ongoing in terms of the social media platforms. Now, we are not happy as Chelsea fans, and we have to raise our voice and say this is not it. We actually can do better. We have done better in the past, and we can do better in the future. This is just not a matter of top four. This is a matter of our club. This is a matter of our heritage and of course our pride. We are the pride of London, and nothing should be steering us away from that path, and we should be able to collect as many wins as possible and show them who we really are. In terms of the results of match week 25, now we had some interesting results. Now we had Man City beating Newcastle with a 4-0 win, and this of course gave my upper hand of them going to currently number 4. Then in terms of Bournemouth beat Southampton with a 3-1 win. And finally we had, I am just mentioning a few, and finally we had Man United being beaten by Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham Hotspurs beat Man United with a 1-0 win. And as much as we're doing so badly as Chelsea, I have to say, at least we're not Man United, guys. Right? Anyway, in terms of our next fixture, now on Saturday we'll be facing Aston Villa at Villa Park. And I have to say, it's going to be interesting to see how we actually fare against Aston Villa. Our last performances have not been good, as I mentioned. 2 wins in 10 games. 2 wins in 10 games. Of course, lots of draws and lots of losses, but 2 wins in 10 games. Guys, something has to be done here. So it will be very important if we get a win. Now Aston Villa are currently 9th with 40 points, if I'm not wrong, so they also will definitely want this result. We have to get the result before them. How do we do that? By scoring goals, by competing in the final third competitively, and not having the mentality of the feel that we have too much time. We actually don't. We need to be performing. If we need to be performing at the top level, we need to be always at our top game in terms of how we perform, in terms of our results, and of course performing in the Champions League, the top competitions. So in terms of our next game, we'll be facing Aston Villa. I expect a result from Chelsea. At least I expect a result, and let us garner as many points as possible. Speaking of gunners, yeah, we know Arsenal have dusted us. We just sing a cloud of dust against Arsenal. I can't even banter Arsenal, guys. That is how bad this has gotten. So we have to do something about it. Then in terms of some football news in general, now Vinicius Jr. has acquired a Portuguese club in the 2nd division. Now he has purchased FC Alvera of the Portuguese side, and he is currently a shareholder of 70 or about 80% of the share in the club. And he apparently acquired the investment quoted at 9 million euros. So he and his partners are the current new owners of this new club, and they'll be contributing to how this Portuguese side performs. And let's see how he actually does as an owner. Now, it's not unusual for football players to participate in deals like this. Football players, even celebrity statuses in general, it's not quite uncommon, so I am not surprised. I do wish him all the best, but we have a task at hand as Chelsea. We need to get back to who we are. Remember who you are. Remember, Chelsea. Let us remember who we are, because we are the champions of Europe and we should be competing at that level. So once again, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you like the video, share it with your family and friends. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.